Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Fall Product Program Training. We are definitely so excited to have you with us here tonight and spend, some time with us to learn about this year's Fall Product Program. With me, I have the product program team. I have Susan and Sherry Millard, and I have Val, and I also have CJ. And so before I introduce our special guest tonight, just wanted to let you know we currently have everyone on mute right now. And also we've turned off the chat just temporarily, but we will give you an opportunity to post questions and get, those questions answered for you. And the question has been asked today. We will have a recording of this video available for you after today's training. We'll have it posted to our website. But in addition to that, we'll send all participants who have registered for today's call a link to that presentation, and we'll send you a link to the actual PowerPoint or PDF. So with that, I would like to introduce our special guest for tonight, all the way from M2. But before I do that, let me just take a moment to actually, again, thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight and, and sitting with us. We appreciate all that you do, your time, your energy, all of your efforts, because it's because of you that our product program is a success. For you, because you help the girls to learn and develop all those skills that last a lifetime. And all those skills that you help our girls with. Again, we are super excited to kick off this year's fall product program. We look forward to bravely sharing our strengths. And with that, I would like to introduce all the way from, I keep forgetting all this important stuff, you guys. I'm just that excited about tonight. We also want to take a moment to thank our regional volunteers. We call them RVs. Like yourselves, they're the feet on the street. You'll hear from them from time to time. That you can ask them questions. They will be supporting your service unit with questions that you have. We have Allie and Bev and Brenda and Debbie and Marsha and Narda and Rosa and Selena and Denise. And we also have Karen as well, a super team that is very knowledgeable about both of our product programs. And so again, throughout the season, you'll have an opportunity to touch base with them, receive emails from them as well. Now is the opportunity. See, I was so excited to introduce Mike tonight. So we have Mike all the way from M2. He's going to take us through our fall product program training. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Mike.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Angela and product program team. Again, my name is Mike Donnarumma, and I am calling in today from Long Island, New York. So the amazing technology that allows us to do trainings where you're in some part of Illinois or Indiana, I'm in New York, and we can all get together for a really cool visit and learn a little bit about the fall product program. Before I do get started, I wanted to just show you that I am actually wearing the same gear that my avatar is wearing, right down to my shoes. So I wear my green Converse and my green shorts. I decided I wasn't gonna wear the tie working from home, but I always wear my Girl Scout green when I am doing any training to remind all of you how much I appreciate what you do as volunteers. So thank you very much for being here this evening. I'm wearing my Girl Scout green, and I have all throughout this season. I will say I am very excited because this will officially be the largest training as far as members are concerned that I've gotten to do all season. So I am really excited about how many people are here this evening and look forward to sharing this program with you. Now, before I get to how we do this program, I always like to just focus a few minutes on why. Because volunteers, you have lots of things that you can do with the girls every single season, and we want to make sure that we are focused a few minutes on why we do fall product program, because I think if we spend some time on that, it'll make the how seem much easier. Because I think the how gets significantly easier based on the things that girls learn and the things that girls get to do. So I always like to break it down into two components, which is one, what we call the why for girls. Why should the girls participate in this program? And why should you as troops offer this program and want the girls to participate? And the first and most important thing is that the girls learn stuff. And I always especially like to talk to a group like yourselves because you're in Illinois. And as a kid, I was the #1 chocolate bar salesperson in my kindergarten class. I won a black and white TV that I gave to my mom. Now that is showing my age, but also showing that in kindergarten, I loved selling chocolate to all my family and friends to win a prize. And that, the learning I got from that taught me very young that I liked selling stuff. I like to be a salesperson, and I've been a salesperson my whole career. My wife is someone who owns a shop in the town we live in Long Island, New York. She would tell you her passion for selling came from the thing she loved the most about Girl Scout experience, which was selling cookies. Because what she learned is she liked selling stuff too, which actually brought the two of us together because we both really like sales. And the skills, presentation skills, selling skills, these are skills you will use throughout your lifetime, whether you are in an interview, whether you're trying to sell a colleague on an idea, whether you're trying to sell a boss on an idea. And what those skills, those are skills that don't necessarily get taught in other places. So those are skills that the girls learn in this program. And there's many others. All 5 of the skills that Girl Scouts focus on are learned in this program. But then, in addition to the learning, girls get to do cool things. And those cool things sometimes cost money. So you're earning monies in this program to be able to do cool things and experience cool things. And I always like to point out 2 aspects of what you get to do with the money earned, because my niece is a girl. I have 3 nieces that are Girl Scouts across the country. My niece, who is a Girl Scout in Long Island, New York, she is someone that has gotten to do a lot of things that she might not have gotten to do otherwise. Because where she lives in Long Island, there's no camping places, but she spent a lot of her Girl Scout years earning money to be able to go camping. And now she's someone that absolutely loves to camp. But whether it's camping, a trip to Savannah, Georgia to visit Juliette Lowe's birthplace, a trip overseas, girls get to do things that are pretty remarkable at a pretty young age. And then the fact that many girls might have gotten to do this or might not have gotten to do this otherwise makes it even more special. So the fact that you work so hard to support the girls and they get to do those cool things is really an important component. But my favorite part of what Girl Scouts do is it always mesmerizes me and impresses me when I hear that girls are out working hard in the fall program, out working really hard during the cookie program, then they earn all this money, and then they use that money to give back to the community, whether they're cleaning the park, whether they're working with a local animal shelter. I've heard more money that they've earned given back than you hear about they're having fun with. And in my opinion, the best learning experience in the world is to actually work hard to earn money to then help your community. To me, that is one of the things that you don't necessarily learn other places. And it's the thing that you learn that's very special, in my opinion, about Girl Scouts. So the why for girls, pretty massive. Now the why for you, why do you do this program? Why are you here today? And I don't want to hear some story about, well, Mike, I was voluntold to do this program. I don't buy that, not for 10 seconds. I saw some of the girls on the screen as everybody's coming into the room. I know you're here because either when you were a Girl Scout, you were impacted in a really positive way, and you wanted to make sure that the girls in your life got impacted that same way. I would tell you that when my mother was a Girl Scout, my sister, it was inevitable. There was no way she was going to not be a Girl Scout because my mother was impacted so positively about the Girl Scout program that my sister and then my niece have also gotten those experiences. So I know that you didn't get voluntold. I know you are here for the girls or because you wanted the girls to get the similar experience that you've gotten. But I also want to remind you that the impact that you're making is pretty massive, because I literally equate product program to girls doing more cool things. If you think about it, you can really boil it down to that, because product program volunteering generates income. The income allows the girls to do these cool things. And without you, we have an incredible team of people that you're seeing on the screen that are on the product program team for council, but there are tens of thousands of girls. We could never do this without you. So this program wouldn't happen, Girl Scouts or product program, without you. And the impact you make on girls is that girls, because of that, get to do more cool things in their lives. And that is the impact that you make, whether it be learning, giving back, or doing fun stuff. The fact that you help support this program is something that is important to the girls, And I always like to start off by sharing my appreciation for all that you do to support it. Now, within this program, you are facilitating part of the largest girl-led entrepreneurial program in the world that generates funds for the girl-led adventures that ultimately also has the girls learn skills and that they get to go to life-changing experiences. So this year, our themes are trust your strengths and bravely be you, because we believe that now more than ever with all the things that are going on, trusting your strengths is an important thing to do. But my favorite thing is to remind the girls and even remind ourselves that we should always bravely be ourselves. And this year, we want to remind the girls to do that more than ever. Now, as we think about sort of the next steps of this program before we get to the how, just a couple of things reminding you about how your efforts matter and some of the things that you could do to help the girls and your troop in the support of this program. First of all, use those strengths to create those memorable experiences for girls. Whenever I've talked to a Girl Scout who's had a remarkable experience, they always talk so fondly and importantly of their troop volunteer. So all that you can do to support them, they look up to you, and the things that you will get back and then they will get from it, really remarkable. Stay focused on why. We always want to get to the how. How do we do this? How? Let's wait a minute and share with the parents and the guardians and the girls why we do this. Because it's more than just earning money. It's more than just learning things. It is a combination of how we make sure that all the cool things that girls want to do in their Girl Scout experience happen. And then be a resource for your troop and for the girls. Set those examples for your troop and set goals. What we find is when your troop sets goals, they are more likely to hit it. And when girls set goals, Uncle Mike, when he buys something, if he knows what the goal is, it adds value to the item he's buying. Not just that can of nuts or that magazine. It's the can of nuts magazine and helping my niece get to Savannah, Georgia. That makes every purchase that I make more important and more valuable. Deliver those products and rewards, because that aspect of this program is a component where we could never support this program with the size and the amount of girls without your support in that realm. And then finally, the benefits and the values of this program, if you share those with the girls and their parents and guardians, they are more likely to participate. So thank you so much for being here this evening. Now that Mike has had a couple of minutes to talk, I'm talking about myself in the third person, which is weird, but now that I had a chance to tell you all of the reasons why we should do this program, let's talk a little bit about housekeeping, and then we can get to the how. So the first thing I'm going to do is just mention to everybody, we're going to turn on that chat box for you. If you have a question, type it in the chat box. You might get a response that says something like, hey, we're going to get to that, so don't worry, because there's a lot of stuff we're going to go through. But throughout the program, we will answer things on the fly. We'll make a stop near the end to make sure any questions that didn't get answered get answered. And then if there are any questions that come in at the end, what we plan on doing is just compiling those, and we'll send out a note to everybody tomorrow with any questions that didn't get answered with an FAQ list, so you have that for your for the rest of the program. So any questions as we go along, type them in the chat box, but now we can get to the how. Let's talk about our theme mascot. As you can see, some of our product program managers have our huge sloth behind them, and I think Angela even has a sloth hanging out with her. That's the plush sloth this season, but we love our sloth. So we chose the sloth for a few reasons. One, because that animal is cool and cute and awesome. The second reason we chose that animal is because it's endangered, because we wanted to create awareness and give the girls something also to learn about when it comes to the three-toed pygmy sloth. So I'll tell you a little bit about it now, which is they're found off the coast of Panama. They are the smallest of the three-toed sloths, and it's their habitat being destroyed that is affecting them negatively, because while their habitat, they've tried to move these sloths to other places, but they don't survive. So we've got to protect their habitat in order to protect them. Sloths can swim. You want to have a little fun later, type into Google swimming sloth and check out the video of the sloth swimming. They actually swim faster than they move on land. There's only about 100 left, and they're small. They're only about 6 pounds, and they eat the leaves of red mangrove trees. But all of that to remind us that their habitat being destroyed. At M2, we have a notion about Girl Scouts, Girl Scout volunteers, and Girl Scouts. If you put a problem in front of enough Girl Scouts or Girl Scout volunteers, somebody will one day solve it. So our thought was to create awareness for the environment and for the three-toed pygmy sloth, because maybe one day that would inspire one of the girls who learned about the sloth to study that in school, to learn more about how to help animals and our environment, and maybe that would be the girl that would solve the problem down the road. So we wanted to make sure that in addition to creating a cool, cute, awesome animal, we also made sure that we were creating awareness for that animal and its plight as it is endangered. So the three-toed pygmy sloth will follow us through this program throughout this campaign. There are lots of rewards to choose from, and those rewards are printed on the back of your order card and also in the system. I'm going to highlight just a couple right now, but you'll notice at the sort of the bottom right-hand part of that order card, those patches fit together. So we have the swimming sloth patch, the Trust Your Strength Mama and Baby patch, and we also have the Bravely Be You mangrove tree. But you'll notice if you earn all three of them, those three patches fit together and form that awesome scene. So you can earn those patches by sending emails, selling magazines, and selling nuts and candy items. We have some super seller patches and the Care to Share patches, plus lots of rewards. Our sloth plush this year is awesome. That sloth plush has Velcro on its hands, so you can hang it around your neck. You can hug it. It's very soft and cuddly. And we have a sloth t-shirt, which says, Bravely Be You. We have the sloth journal, that plush journal that is really awesome that says Trust Your Strengths on it. Your council even offers the sloth socks. We have socks that have sloths on them. And I did have a pair that I was wearing at the beginning of the season, but that is no longer my pair. My wife has taken those away from me. I also, though, you could choose from a Bluetooth speaker, a really cool duffel. We have so many cool rewards to choose from. And when you get to some of the higher levels, you even have Samsung Galaxy tablets and all kinds of activities with the Brookville Zoo. There is just a remarkable amount of rewards that the girls can earn. I recommend when you log into the system, check them out online. Also look at your order card. But one that I'm going to highlight is the personalized patch this year, because the patch this year you earn has your avatar on it. So the avatar I made earlier, the avatar that all the volunteers made earlier, everybody gets to make a patch where everybody gets to make an avatar that looks like them. And then the girls and the volunteers too can earn those patches if you hit a certain threshold. So for the girls, you can earn a patch with your avatar in a kayak with the swimming sloth or on a hammock with mama and baby. And you can choose your background. So you get to pick what you want on the background. You get to choose whether you want your first name, your nickname, or your initials on that patch. And you earn this patch, which gets shipped directly to your homes by sending 15 emails and selling $300 in total fall products. Now, when I say $300, that's not online only. That's online plus in person. That's all sales total. So we expect that a lot of girls are going to hit that level this year, because a lot of girls have hit that level in the past when we count in person and online. And the online experience will allow you to create that avatar that you get on your patch. We found that the girls love that patch. In a little while, I'll tell you how you as a troop volunteer can earn one as well. Now, the proceeds in this program is one that really excites me, because the council offers a great troop level proceeds, and they made it really easy to calculate. You have magazines, you have nuts, chocolates, digital subscriptions, all these cool items, and it's basically your total sales times 15%. So 15% of the sales stay with your troop, which is much higher than many other councils across the country. Many councils only offer 10%. And when you think about 10% or 15%, 15% is 50% more troop proceeds than 10. So that is an incredible troop proceeds that the girls get to earn and your troops get to keep. Now, for those junior, cadet, senior, and ambassador level troops, those girls can get a bonus, an additional 3% or up to 18% if you choose not to take the rewards and you want the additional money because you're working on getting to Savannah, Georgia for a trip to Juliette Lowe's birthplace, or you're planning on a multi-year trip. The older girls have the ability to choose more proceeds instead of the rewards. However, you can still get the patches. We don't remove the patches from that. So all the patches that fit together, plus that personalized patch with your avatar, you'll get that plus the 18% if you choose not to take the rewards as part of the program. So a really great opportunity for the older girls, really great true proceeds for all the girls. Now with that, we also just wanted to remind all of you that your service units also get a little benefit from this program. So when you hit your goals in this program, service units will get some additional incentives during the cookie program. And one of those extra incentives is tied to having 75% of the girls participate fall. So the fall portion will increase those cookie proceeds for your service units when the cookie program is over. So as a reminder, this year's fall product program is another critical piece from a participation perspective to maximize those troop or those service unit incentives for your service unit. So be on the lookout for more details, but remember, having this in front of all of the girls so that they can participate is going to maximize your service unit incentives and also all of your troop proceeds. The ACH form. So that's a form that is due on September 30th. And the ACH is the amount that is due to council that will be swept from your troop bank account to council based on that date. So that is going to happen on October 30th. So that form is due on September 30th. Please make sure you get that ACH form in. We need one of those forms for this program. So when you send it in, we will put it into the system. And then on October 30th, when this program is over, you can see how fast this program will from start to finish. But when it's over, that's the amount that will be swept into the council account. Now, the nice part about it is that this form will be used for both fall and cookies. So if you get this form in, we will be able to carry it over, and you'll only have to have one form in for both programs. There is an ACH adjustment form if there is a troop unable to make their payment to time of the sweep. So make sure that you get that in if they're unable, and then there will be a collection process for those troops. But if everybody can make sure they get those forms filled out by September 30th, then we'll be able to make sure that everybody can participate and collect the correct amount of money when the time comes. Now, the collection process and money management, if you have a troop unable to meet that obligation, or you have an unsuccessful collection from a parent or girl debt, the receipts are your friend. So make sure you use the forms I'll tell you about a little later on, which are the delivery tickets, which is things that you can utilize that are printed out from the system to distribute products, but also use your receipts and make sure you're collecting those receipts, because if you have someone who hasn't made a payment, those receipts will become very important. Now, the ACH adjustment form and any individual collection forms are due on October 28th. So please make sure if you do have somebody that is not going to be able to make their payment, or we have to make that adjustment, that that form comes in by October 28th. Now, the delivery of product is something we will do that will start on November 5th and go through November 8th. One of the things we always talk about is to make sure that when you go and pick up the product to distribute to the girls, that you verify your counts, you make sure you get the receipts, make sure that when that delivery is happening at your level, you're doing that. Then when you're distributing to the girls, make sure that you do some things like maybe print 2 delivery tickets for each girl, have the girls and parents sign one, use the other one as the signature you can keep, then they can keep the other one. It will make it easier for distribution for your troop delivery when you're delivering the items to the girls. But the product will be delivered to the troops between November 5th and November 8th, and then you will do your girl deliveries after that. Now let's get to the ways to participate in this program. So there are 2 ways to participate: in person using the nut order card, and online. Now I know that we'll get to online in a moment, but I also want to talk about in person for a minute because we're in some unique times. And in person, although normally you might come to a training for Girl Scouts in person, but we're actually all in person tonight. We're just doing it virtually. So one of the things we're going to recommend, if the girls are going to connect with Uncle Mike and ask him if he wants to make purchases, a few ways to do that is, what if the girls held the Teams meeting with their family members and friends, invited them to come and learn about all the cool things they're going to get to do with the money they've earned in the program. Then at some point you share your screen with a picture of your order card, and then you ask everybody to type in the chat box your order. That's an interesting way to have everybody learn about the cool things you're going to do and place your order with the girls so that order can be collected. Another way is just to pick up The phone, FaceTime Uncle Mike and say to Uncle Mike, hey, Uncle Mike, I'm going to text you a picture of the order card, take a look at it, and then I'll call you back and I'll take your order. That's a way that you can do in person, take those orders over the phone, using text message, using images, using Zoom, all the technology we've used today to have meetings like this with our friends and family can all be used to ask people in person. Now that order card for the in-person nuts and chocolates has some unbelievable choices. We've got everything from the brownie tin with the mint treasures, which those of you that have participated last year and have the junior tin, of course, you're going to want to get the brownie tin. You'll notice it's embossed on the top, and it also has 20 is the troop number for the year 2020, and those mint treasures are outstanding. So if you love mint and chocolate and you want a nice Girl Scout tin as a commemorative, there's a nice copy about Girl Scouts on the bottom, and also the delicious product inside. You have the Chickadee tin, which has deluxe pecan clusters. I expect that that is going to be an incredible product this year because deluxe pecan clusters have been a tremendous seller in your program in years past. I'm not going to go through every product, but let me highlight a few of my favorites. The peanut butter bears, the dark chocolate caramel caps, the dulce owls, and the chocolate covered almonds. Do you notice a trend? Chocolate, 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 chocolate for Uncle Mike, because I love chocolate. I don't know why I did this, but on a call the other day, I gave the fruit slices a hard time. I really shouldn't. They're delicious. People love them. But if you were asking me, I would pick chocolate the first 6 times, and then I would pick chocolate again instead of picking fruit slices. But that's what makes the world go round. Everybody has their choices, and there's lots of cool things to choose from. New this year is the peanut butter trail mix. That, if you like trail mix and you love peanut butter, there are peanut butter buttons, which are like Reese's Pieces. There are mini peanut butter cups mixed in with a bunch of nuts and pretzels. Outstanding mix. And if you like peanut butter, I think you'll love that item. So lots of great items to choose from. And then we have the gift of caring. So in addition to the 16 items on your order card, we also have the gift of caring, where your family members and friends can make a purchase to support the girls, and it winds up giving back to the military in that program. So I'll get into that a little bit later in more detail. But lots of products to choose from on your order card. Remember, it doesn't have to be in person. Many of us are in person with our family and friends anyway, so you can use your order card in person, or use some of the tools and tips that I shared with you about how you might do that in person using virtual and using some of the methods that we now communicate with others. So now that I've gone through sort of the in-person experience using the order card, let's talk about how the online system is a way for the girls to experience this online experience using our avatar and creating our virtual likeness so that our likeness will follow us through the program and maximize our results. Getting started is as simple as registering for the first time. So you'll click on the link. That link is available on the order card, on the flyer, which I'll show you in a little bit, but it's also available on the council website. We will send you an email with that link in it. Lots of different ways to find the link. But once you get the link, you can click on the link, and then when you get on this page, click register. If you are a family that needs the Spanish translation, our entire site up in the right-hand corner can be translated from English to Spanish at any point. You can also send emails to Uncle Mike in Spanish and also Uncle Mike can shop in Spanish. So we've made sure that the entire site is translatable at any moment in time between English and Spanish, also giving the girls the ability to send messages through the system in Spanish as well. Once you do that, you'll be asked to provide your zip code. We'll double check your zip code to make sure you're in the right place. You'll give us your email address and create a password, and then you'll be asked a few questions. First question is, what is your troop number? Once you provide that, we will ask you for a few letters of your last name. Once you do, we will present that girl to you in that troop. You'll click on that girl's name, and then we'll ask 3 questions for your account setup. What does being a Girl Scout mean to you? It's important to set goals. How much do you want to earn in this program? And finally, my opinion, the most important question, what does your Girl Scout troop plan to do with the money earned? Because to me, that's the place you want to make sure as a troop you've gotten together, come up with the plan of what you're going to do with the money, and then have the girls share it there. Because when Uncle Mike is doing his shopping on the online store, he has the ability to see that right on top of where he does his shopping. So if you are going to go to Savannah, Georgia to visit Juliet Lowe's birthplace, or sleep with the sharks at the aquarium, those are the things you want to share with your customers, because then that fruit slices that I bought I'm just giving the fruit slices a hard time again. But the fruit slices that I bought, that is something that once you make that purchase, you just made it more valuable. That magazine that Uncle Mike gets, I also got a hand in helping my niece get to Juliet Lowe's birthplace and also get to maybe sleep with the sharks at the aquarium. So make sure you're sharing, coming up with a plan, sharing that with the girls, and having the girls share it with their customers. Then you get to create an avatar that looks just like you, and we love this part. You can even see that we all have created our avatars already because creating your avatar is fun. I will point out to you here that the girls have an additional option this year. We've created it so that if you want, your avatar can also wear a mask, because we wanted girls to be able to create their likeness. And if they're going to school and having to wear a mask at school, we wanted to make sure that they had the ability to do that. So this year, masks are an option. But just as a sort of a quick note, avatars are socially distant by nature. We don't have to put a mask on our avatar. But if you want one, we have green and white and green. We thought if you were going to rock a mask on your avatar, you need to rock that mask with a little bit of Girl Scout green front and center. So you have the ability to wear a mask. You can create your avatar, shoe choices, hairstyles, uniform. You can put a GIRL t-shirt on. Almost 4 billion unique avatars. Once you're done creating your avatar, you have the ability to record your voice message. So you could say something like, hey, family and friends, please shop my online store so that I can get to go to Savannah, Georgia to visit Juliet Lowe's birthplace. That message will be delivered by your avatar with your avatar's mouth moving. So it gives you a way safely to connect with your family members and friends using your avatar and your voice. What we find is that girls that record a voice message sell 51% more than girls who don't. So when you're thinking about ways to maximize your online sales with your troop this year, there's going to be 3 or 4 things I'm going to share throughout this that will really maximize those results. Number 1, record a voice message for your avatar. That will absolutely maximize your sales because girls who do increase their sales by 51%. The second way is to upload a photo or upload a video, and a video sharing all the cool things that your troop is going to do with the money earned. Girls that upload videos increase their sales by 100% more than girls who don't. Now, videos are something that you can prepare a little bit ahead of time. You can shoot later after you set up your online campaign and go back and log it in. A video gives you the ability to really connect with your family members and friends more in person, but using a tool like this so that when you go shop the store, that video will play automatically at the top of your storefront. So if you record a video or upload a photo, it will additionally maximize your sales. The third way to maximize your sales is to share on social media. So once you've sent emails to your friends and family, make sure you take a moment to then share your storefronts on social media. 27% of our sales last year came from social media shares. That is how girls can maximize their results. Uploading a voice recording for their avatar, sharing a video with their family and friends, or sharing on social media. Those are the 3 ways that if you participate online, you will maximize your online sales. Now, in a few minutes, I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to talk about some of the other tools that you have available in the online system. One of those tools is you can print out a set of really cool business cards. This year, we're also going to remind you and the girls that you can take a picture of that business card and text it to Uncle Mike as another way to make a connection. So if you want to send your business card to Uncle Mike, you can hand it to him, or you can take a picture of it and text it to him. And that way he can actually shop your online stores and support your program. But then once you're done setting up your online campaign, the girls, parents, and guardians will be able to choose what they want on their background for their personalized patch. They want to be in the kayak or on the hammock. But one thing to point out, if you choose the kayak, we want to make sure that we're keeping girls and avatars safe. So you have the ability to be in the kayak, but we will put on a life preserver to make sure we're following all safety-wise guidelines, even for our avatar who is kayaking with the swimming sloth. Once you are done with all of that incredible setup, you'll provide your address. And once you earn that patch after hitting $300 in sales, we will mail that patch directly to the girls. So that troop volunteers, you don't have to worry about distributing them. They will go and get mailed directly once the girls have earned them. Continuing on, girls can print out their business cards. That's the business cards I mentioned before up in the right-hand corner. You can check out all your customers' emails and if they made purchases. You can print that set of business cards, take a picture of the business cards with your phone and text it or email it to someone. The order card orders. Once you're done with entering all of the orders on your order card, you can total them up at the bottom and enter them right in the system. So all the troop volunteers on the call remind the parents and guardians that once they're done with their in-person sales, total them up and log in, click on Manage Paper Orders, and enter those 16 items plus the care to share. When you enter those 17 items, they will just have saved you all of that time of having to enter it. So this is a great way for you to make sure that the parents are entering their order and saving you time and effort of having to enter them in the system. But don't worry, later on I'll share with you how if the parents don't enter it, you'll have the ability to do that if they don't get it in. Then rewards will calculate automatically, so the parents and guardians will be reminded anytime there is a level that the girls hit that requires a choice, they'll be asked to make that choice. And reports, there are a bunch of them in the system, so you can see exactly what Uncle Mike bought, and there will be reminders that go to the girls once a week that tells you all your customers that have made purchases this week, and it will remind them to say thank you to all the customers that actually made purchases that particular week. You then get to visit your room where your avatar lives, and your avatar can earn virtual rewards, but in addition to the virtual rewards, your avatar has the ability to also see all of the avatars of the girls in her troop, and all of the avatars of any troop volunteers. So if a troop product manager or a troop leader goes online, creates their avatar, and logs in to manage the fall product program, you'll be able to see that avatar as well. What we've learned from the girls is that while they like the virtual rewards and they like seeing their friends' avatars, they love it when you get in and you create an avatar, and they love seeing what your avatar looks like. So make sure when you log in to create your online campaign as a volunteer, you'll be able to create an avatar and let the girls know that they could see it when they participate online. Now, in addition to all of the other rewards that we have shared with you before that you earn from the fall product program, you also can earn a patch for participating in both fall and cookies. We call it the Fall and Girl Scout Cookie Crossover Patch, and that patch is earned by participating in the 2020 Fall Product Program. So what you have to do is create your avatar and send 15 emails. Once you've done those two things, if you also sold 25 items in the fall and 135 packages of cookies during the 2021 cookie program, you will be able to earn this incredible patch with your name on it, GSCNWI. You'll be able to have Making a Difference Fall and Cookies 2021. You'll notice the hands all holding up the world. Those are all in the Girl Scout uniform colors, and your avatar will be on that patch as well. That patch is something that the girls will earn for participating in both programs, and is a special privilege because the girls that don't participate in both fall and cookies will not have it, and this patch will have your avatar and will also be mailed directly to you once the cookie program is over. So I recommend reminding all the troops, and especially all the girls, that if you want to earn this great patch after the cookie program, you got to send your 15 emails, and you have to sell your 25 items in fall, and you'll be able to earn that awesome patch. As I continue, customers will receive emails where they can do their shopping. They can shop your magazine and your digital subscription store. They can also shop your nut and chocolate store. They can listen to your voice message from your avatar. They can watch your video, see your written message, and even see the top supporters in your program. Once you make a purchase, we will ask Uncle Mike and Grandma if they want to be listed as a top supporter. All supporters of the Girl Scouts will be able to be listed as top supporters on their storefront. So anybody else that does any shopping. I always like to joke that if it says Uncle Mike, you can be assured that if Uncle John hits that storefront, he is now going to buy, because he's not going to let Uncle Mike upstage him on that storefront by buying something from his niece that her other uncle has not made. Magazines, we have lots of titles to choose from. Nuts and chocolates, we'll get to that in a moment, because we want to remind you about magazines this year, because this year we have some councils that are already live for their program, and we're seeing magazines really have a great resurgence. I'm guessing that, everybody's a little bit sick and tired of being on their phones this season, so maybe we wanted some great reading material to show up to our houses so that we could maybe take a break from our phone and our computer screen, since many of us are doing that all day for work or school. Maybe a different way to read some content would be a great idea. and lots of magazines, as you know. If you like sports, or People Magazine, Good Housekeeping, Parents, just as to name a few. Over 600 titles to choose from. You can pay for your magazines with a credit card, because when you pay for it, it immediately goes to the publisher, so they usually start faster. And I would say that this year, boy, magazines make a great gift. So it's another way to support the program, buy a magazine subscription, have that mailed directly to someone. And the business cards, as I remind you again, is another great way to give that to Uncle Mike, family members and friends, or text it to them so that you can make those purchases. Now let's get to the online nuts and chocolates, because we all like our delicious nuts and chocolates. Your customers will have a couple choices. They will be able to save the shipping cost and pay for their item online, and that item can be delivered by the girls. Now that, what we call girl delivered, is the same 16 items that are available on the order card. So those 16 plus the care to share are the 17 items that the customers can choose from online, pay for them online, and have the girls deliver them. If the customers want a choice of even more items, another 15 items in addition to the 16 on the order card, plus the care to share, customers could pick the convenience of paying for the product and paying for shipping and have that product shipped directly to them. If you choose that, you will have additional product available. Coconut cashews, salsa mix, honey barbecue snack mix, just to name a few. Also, some holiday items, which are the 15-ounce gourmet mix, last year's Girl Scout tin. Let's say you didn't get a chance to get the junior tin last year. No worries. You can buy that tin this year. It's not last year's product. It's this year's product in last year's tin. So you're not getting product that is left over from last year. You're getting fresh product in the Girl Scout tin. So if you want to make sure you get both the junior and the brownie tin, you can do that this season. I love the salt and pepper cashews. That's another great product to choose from on the online only items. Lots of additional items to choose from, and a few gift giving items that are perfect for the holidays if you choose to pay for your product and pay for shipping. Now, the online shipping chart is one of those things I want to take a minute to share with you, because this product is being shipped from Wisconsin, so the Milwaukee area, and there is a standard and 2-day. Customers can choose between the standard and 2-day. However, 2-day is recommended when the weather is warm and you're delivering and you're ordering chocolate. But as the weather starts to cool off, you can actually switch between the standard and the 2-day and switch it to standard and pay the standard shipping, which starts at $8.95 and goes to $20 based on the amount of product that you're buying. I point this out because many of you, because of the temperature in both of those locations, will be probably okay with being able to do that, although the site reminds you, if you choose standard and it melts, that you would not be able to get it refunded or get the product again. This is where I share why it always confuses me, because when you take 16 chocolate items and they all melt together, when you look at the nutritionals, you'll see that when they melt together, there are a lot less calories because it's only one item. So when chocolate melts together, don't worry, you have the ability to eat a lot more chocolate for a lot less calories. Obviously, I'm kidding. It is just a joke, but when we work on this program, standard shipping is an option and always will be, and you can make that choice to be able to have that directly shipped and have those additional items to choose from. Once the parents, guardians, girls, customers all make their purchases, the girls will have their in-person order card, and they'll total up the bottom, all those 16 items plus the care to share. Once they've done that, they'll enter those 17 items into the system, and it is as simple as typing the 17 numbers, hitting update, and now your order card is entered into the system. A little bit later, we will remind you how you're able to do that, but the parents and guardians will have until October 19th to enter those orders into the system. So remind them to take their order card, total up the bottom, enter it in. If they didn't get it in by the 19th, they will be locked out. And then troops, you will have time after that, which I'll go through as we get a little closer to the end, to be able to enter any late orders, make any edits to any orders that need editing, and also make sure that if a girl didn't get their order in, you can get it into the system. Reports, family members, girls, parents, guardians have access to all of the reports in the system, and those reports will tell you everything that Uncle Mike bought, everything that Grandma bought. It'll also give you that report that I think is the most important one, which is the online Nut Girl Delivered report. That gives you a report that tells you everybody that bought product online that you need to distribute those products to. It will let you know that those items are already paid for, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to deliver. That report, plus your order card, will be the product you will receive to distribute to your family members and friends. And that report, in addition to being able to pull it out of the system, will show up in your email after the Girl Delivered portion of the program is over. So parents, guardians, and girls will get an email if you have online Girl Delivered items with the total number of items by customer of exactly what you need to deliver. And those two products, the order card and the online Girl Delivered, will be added together, and that's what we will distribute to the girls for distribution. So that is our girl experience. Now, maybe I will take just a quick second to check in with the team to see if there were any girl experience questions that really needed to be covered. If there aren't, I'm going to go through the volunteer experience, but let's just check in real fast to see if we have any questions.
Susan, would you take a look at our chat for us and let us know if there's anything that we need to address with everyone at this time that we haven't addressed already?
Actually, I think we're keeping up with everything over here. So far, so good.
And that's what I expected to hear, but I also needed a drink of water, so it was a good way to sort of have a little segue. So thank you, team, for keeping up with that. So let's keep this moving, and let's go through the volunteer experience. So we focused on the girls, how it works for them, how parents and guardians will take those orders in person, collect them online. Now, let's talk about volunteers and how you can participate. This is so I took my avatar and I put my mask on. So volunteers, you have the ability to create an avatar that looks just like you, and you can wear a mask or not. If you decide to create an avatar that looks like you and wear a mask, your avatar will follow you through the program. Girls will get to see it. And eventually I'm going to tell you how you can earn a patch with your avatar on. But the emails will start being sent out tomorrow. So your council did an incredible job of making sure that we did the training so that there is no loss of excitement or enthusiasm or momentum. Tomorrow morning, around 10 o'clock-ish, the emails will start to go to troop volunteers so that you could get logged in and get started with your program. That is a really, really great way because now you'll know all the things that you need to know. But when you get that email, create your password and you'll get logged in. Once you get logged in, you'll be able to do all the things you need to do in the program. Just one quick thing, on the left-hand side, that email is the email to be looking for. So when you see an email show up in your inbox, it will have a very similar look to it like that. It'll have a banner across the top, it'll have your name on it, and it'll thank you for being willing to participate in the program. Once you do that, then you'll be asked to do a few things. One of the things I recommend really highly is that you watch the troop training video. That troop training video will start playing the minute you log in, and it's about 10 minutes long. But that video, what it does is it will show you every single thing you need to know about how the online system works. So if you're someone who YouTube's how to do stuff, this is perfect for you because it will show you every single thing you need to know about how the online system works, from how to send messages, how to enter paper orders, how to create your avatar. So watch that training video because that training video will play, and then once it's done playing, it will let you in to be able to create your avatar and do the rest. So please watch that video. Once you're done watching it, a little box will pop up to click proceed. Once you proceed, you'll be able to take some actions. Action number one is, in my opinion, the most important action to take in this program. And that is to be able to trigger what we call the parent and guardian email blast. So these programs that you've participated in over the years typically have an email that goes out from the system. What we did was we made a slight modification to how that works. We give the troop volunteer who logs in the ability to press the send button on this one. Because when you press the send button, it comes from you. So if you say send, then the email comes from you and more people are more likely to open it. We noticed that when a troop volunteer sends the message, what winds up happening is that that message is opened 72% of the time that parents and guardians receive it. So if you take the time, verify that you have all the names in the list, double check. Once you're done double checking, you can add any people that are missing, delete anybody that doesn't belong, click update and click send. The minute you click send, we will then queue up that email. That email will go to parents and guardians for them to be able to participate. Once they get that email, there'll be a link in the email, how to participate with all the details they need to know. If you do anything in this program, I recommend doing this because it will really make it easy for your parents to participate. And also it will make sure that your parents know exactly where to click and know exactly that it came from you. So they're more likely to participate because they know the troop volunteers are in making sure that they know everything they need to know about the program. Once you send out the parent and guardian email blast, which you'll notice is right there under the campaign setup, you click on that icon and it will take you through an address book that will already be preloaded with the email addresses. You'll check them, make sure any that need to get added, change any email address that's not correct, click update, click send, and now your parents and guardians will get their emails. You can then do lots of other things, but that video will literally show someone clicking on each one of these icons. And then once that video is complete after watching it the first time, you see where it says under campaign setup training video? That video will be available to you at any time on the campaign site. So whenever you log in, if you want to watch it again, or you only want to watch a part of it, or you only want to watch the part on how to check your rewards or do banking and payments, you can click on it, fast forward, go to that part, watch that piece, and you'll know exactly what you need to do for each of the things in the system. That video, if you watch it and you keep it front and center, it will make your life much easier in this program. A couple of things it'll show you how to do is send messages. You can send messages to the girls, their parents and guardians. The girls, you can send messages to the girls who have already logged in. You can send messages to the girls who haven't logged in yet. So if you want to be able to send a message from the troop and say, hey, everybody that's logged in, thank you for participating. We'll give you more details as we go along. And then you can send a message to the girls who haven't participated yet, reminding them of all the things we talked about earlier, all the why in this program, and share with them all the details so that if anybody's having any trouble, you can give them a hand to get logged in. But that gives you tools to be able to send messages to parents and guardians by segmenting that info and choosing the group you want to email it to by picking the type. Entering your order cards after the girls are locked out, you will have a few extra days after they're locked out to be able to enter any late orders, enter any edits to the orders, or be able to just add a girl that didn't get it done in time. But one of the things I point out is that this year especially, remind the parents to take those actions because it will save you time, it will save you effort, it'll also save you from having to read somebody else's handwriting on that order card, and it'll also save time from having to drive across town to hand somebody the order card or take a picture of it. 16 numbers for the 16 products, plus the care to share. It's really not that difficult for a parent and guardian to do. And this year, our system, the entire thing is mobile responsive. So what that means is you can take your order card and right from your phone, plug in those 16 numbers, hit update, and your order card is entered. And that will make it much easier for you. If not, you're not having to enter 50 girls worth of information when a parent can do one or a couple of girls that they are entering order cards for. Will take them a lot less time. So we're trying to look out for ways to save you some time, save you having to hand that order card or read someone else's handwriting. But if it comes to you and you have to enter it, don't worry, you'll have time to do so, and there'll be details and reminders being sent to you from the system that those actions need to be taken. The girl rewards, let the system do its thing, because what will happen is the system will calculate the rewards as the girls are selling more. And once they're selling more and more, what will happen is they will be able to make their own reward choices, and the system will prompt girls every time they log in that if they have a reward that they've earned that they haven't chosen yet, the system will prompt them to do that. As we get closer to the end of the program, we will send reminders to only the girls who didn't make their choices and only the troop volunteers who have girls that didn't make their choices. That way we're not bombarding everybody with emails that say, please pick your rewards, to all the people that have already picked their rewards. We're only sending it to the people who need to make their reward choices. And we will send those reminders throughout the system and give you details later on how you can help at the troop level to make those final reward choices if the girls don't. Troop banking and payments, that is a tool for the troops to be able to see how much they've earned, how much was sold online, how much was sold in person, and, my opinion, the best way to keep track of those payments from the girls' parents and guardians. So if a girl has an order card order and has collected those orders in person, we've got to get that money to the troop. Once they make that payment, you can go in here and enter that payment so you can keep track of exactly what the girls owe. Now, this is where I'll share just a couple of thoughts on those payments, because one of the ways this year, when we're being a little more socially distant, that you can collect that money is that we wanted to share with you things like Venmo and PayPal Family and Zeal. These are ways that you can make a payment from troop or from parent to troop without having to pay any fees, using some of those tools to make that payment so that you don't have to do it in person. It's still fine to do it in person. Just make sure that when you're doing that, we're keeping people a little more socially distant, wearing our masks when we're collecting that information. But I wanted to point out, there's a couple of additional tools you might be able to use this season. In years past, those were tools that we couldn't use, but those tools have been relaxed a little bit to make sure that we're adding tools to the program to enable troops to collect the money from the parents and maybe stay a little more socially distant. So as you're doing that this season, maybe if you use some of the technology to connect with Uncle Mike, you could also use some of the technology to collect that payment. Here is where you can keep track of any of those parent and guardian payments. Reports, we have lots of reports that troops can log in and see. You can see top sellers and what the girls sold. But my favorite report is the summer report, because the summer report has every detail you need to know. It has how much was collected online, how much was collected in person, how much is due counsel, how many magazines, how many nut and chocolate items. It even has things like how many girls are selling, how many girls created an avatar, how many girls uploaded a photo, a video, a voice recording, what's your per girl average. All of those details are available on one screen called the summer report. That summer report could be used as a financial report. And what I love about it is you can download it into a PDF, download it into Excel, but you could also send somebody that report via email. You can go right into the system, type in their email address, click send. It'll create a PDF and send it right to that person. So if you have to get that report at some point to your finance person, you can send it right through the system, has all the details you need to be able to double check all the finances for your fall product program. Delivery tickets, this is how we use the system to help us with the deliveries. So troops, once you've collected the orders, you'll get those orders picked and packed and ready. And then my recommendation would be to print out 2 of these. If you print out 2 delivery tickets, you can leave the 2 delivery tickets with the order picked and packed. That way, when parent comes to pick it up, they can use 1 delivery ticket to double check that all the items are there. They could sign that delivery ticket. They can keep 1 copy for themselves, and then you have the signed one that they can leave behind, and later on you can go pick it up. They've taken their order, and it was a very socially distant way to use the delivery tickets to help you with those, deliver those orders. Now, we also have on the bottom of those delivery tickets the ability to include the financials. So if you want to include sort of the wholesale, online and in person for that particular girl, you can do that as well. That's up to you whether you include it or you don't. Not necessary, but it is something we have the ability to add on if we want to. Now, finally, delivery tickets are available for product and for rewards. So when the rewards get delivered, they will actually distribute them to the troops, and then girls will have a delivery ticket for each reward. So troops, you will make it so simple for you to distribute the rewards to the girls by using the delivery ticket and using that to distribute the rewards when that time comes as well. Troop Fall product shares, you have the ability to earn a personalized patch with your avatar on it too. We couldn't leave you out. A few years ago when we started with our avatar, the first year we only had avatars for girls. And we got a lot of feedback about that. And the volunteers said, Mike, why don't we get an avatar too? So we added avatars for adults. And that year we added patches for girls, and the adults didn't get the patches. And then the adults said, but Mike, how come we don't get a patch? What I realized a long time ago is that the Girl Scout program is not a girl program. It's a girl and an adult volunteer program. And one without the other, this program would never exist. So we wanted to make sure that you can earn a patch too. So this year, your avatar will be on your patch if you hit $1,200 in total troop sales, which last year, lots of troops hit $1,200 in total troop sales. And we're expecting that lots of people are going to be able to earn their avatar. That patch will say volunteer on it. It will have your avatar on it. You can choose your background. You can choose your name or your nickname. It'll have 2020, and it'll have your swim and sloth. And my patch this year will also include my mask. because as I show off my patches, because I've been collecting them for many years, I show them off. I want 2020 commemorated with a patch with a mask on, so that 20 years from now, I could talk to people who don't believe me when I tell them we were all wearing masks in 2020 to keep each other safe. So that is something that you can choose to do or not. Create an avatar that looks like you, and a thank you for the support that you give in this program. And if you hit $1,200 in total troop sales, that's in person plus online. Now, what's next? Tomorrow, when you get logged in, watch that training video and create your avatar. That is really all you have to do. The training video will tell you how everything in the online system works. Creating your avatar will get in on the fun. Click the parent and guardian email blast link icon, and once you do, double check those emails. Make sure that none are missing. Add any that need to be added. Give us a better email address if you have a better one that's in there. Click update and click send. The minute you do, parents and guardians will get a link to be able to start and participate online. And because it comes from you, Troop Volunteer, they're more likely to open it. Just as a quick reminder, Troop Volunteers, the parents should be the only ones that set up girl links. So girls need parent permission for this, should be sharing this with friends and family, using parent address books and social media. So this is really important that the parents and guardians and girls set up those campaigns. That is not set up by troops. A few times over the last couple of years, we've had some really enthusiastic troops, and I get it. You want to help the girls get started, that makes sense, but really we need parent permission for this. And when they log in, they give us that permission. Emphasize the simplicity of Online Girl Delivered. Online Girl Delivered is, in my opinion, a great part of this program. Customers go online, place their order, and then they can have the girls deliver that product. In my opinion, that's the best because I get to see my niece, place my order online, use my credit card, and I can really support this program because we find that customers really do buy a little bit more when they do Online Girl Delivery. So make sure that we get that email out to your friends and family or share on social media so they can get access to the Online Girl Delivered store. And then the girls deliver the items. And we've all figured out ways to do that socially distant. So Uncle Mike doesn't live too far away. I'm going to see Uncle Mike over the holidays. I could give it to him then. Or I could do a quick porch drop off at his house, stand outside and say hi, depending on how you're social distancing and the guidelines around that. Now let's remind a few things. So tomorrow, you will receive an email that will allow you to get logged in and trigger that parent and guardian email blast. Watch that training video. Parent and guardian email blast that you trigger will not go out if you do it tomorrow all the way up to the 30th. All the way up to the 30th. If you trigger it any of those days, it will then go out on October 1st. So October 1st, we'll hold all those so that on the day the program starts for girls, we will drop it in the parent and guardian email box so that they'll be able to get started. If you trigger the parent and guardian email blast on October 1st or after October 1st, don't worry, the email will go out immediately to the parents and guardians. We're just giving you a little extra time to get that parent and guardian email blast, watch the training video, and get your avatar created so you can get that rolling. And then on October 1st, those emails will flow. If there is a troop that doesn't create their parent and guardian email blast, don't worry. We will send from the council an email to all the girls that don't get it from their troops, because we want to make sure that every girl gets a link to be able to participate. But what we find is the ones that come from you are opened at a much higher rate than the rest because it's coming from somebody you know. Then program, short and sweet and to the point. So it is on October 19th, we will end the girl delivery, which will end the sort of the in-person girl delivered online items and and then the last day for parents to enter those paper orders is October 19th. So basically what we're going to do is on October 19th, the order card orders are due and the parents have to enter them into the system. On October 21st, we'll give the online customers a couple of extra days while we're calculating and tallying all those orders to leave the girl delivered portion of the online open those few extra days with the direct ship nuts and magazines. That way, all three of those channels will have the ability to have them on through the end of the day on the 21st. The parents, guardians, and girls will need to stop their in-person order taking on their order card by the 19th and get that entered into the system by 10:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. Once they do that, we will be able to lock them out, and then troops can enter any missing orders on October 20th or October 21st. You have all day on the 20th and all day on the 21st to get any missing orders in, to get any edits made, to add a can of cashews. Once the 21st has come to an end, then all those online orders and in-person sales will all be over at 10:59 p.m. on October 21st. Remembering again that the IC forms and the ACH adjustment forms are due on October 28th because we're doing the ACH sweep on the 30th, and the troop deliveries will start on the 5th and go through the 8th. So the good news is this program will be done over a short period of time. We'll maximize the results. We'll get the products delivered because especially this year, we wanted to make sure you had products to distribute during the holidays with your family members and friends, because most of the times that's where you'll be seeing them when you're getting that product sometime after the 8th when the girls get them. So it'll give them the ability to be able to distribute those during the Thanksgiving holidays and even after that. Finally, be on the lookout for more details. Our plan this season is to send you details and reminders during the campaign for the days that you need to take actions or any reminders that need to happen. So the system will remind you of things, so be on the lookout for the emails that come out and get sent to you, and make sure that you're watching out for them throughout the campaign. And this is where I check in and go through the resources that you should have received. So there's lots of resources available to you. So the Troop Fall Product Manager Guide is something that's in pink. We have that available, and you should have that. Your service units should have given that to you. You could use the council website. That's got lots of details, the link to the site, the how to participate, PDFs of all kinds of things. We've got a great set of training videos out there. So if you want to learn how to do each portion of the program, you can watch a short 1-minute training video about how it works. Our activity guide. You want to have a really great experience, even virtually with the troop. You can use the activity guide because it's everything about sloths and learning about sloths and coloring pages and all kinds of cool things you could do with the activity guide. Open mic night is a place where you can come and ask questions. I thought it was a place that you'd come and sing karaoke, but this is an incredible place for you to come, double check, ask your questions, make sure you get them answered. Your product program team is there for you to be able to answer questions at your leisure. You can pop on, get those questions answered. Your product program team is very special because I don't see a lot of open mic nights. I think it's a great way for you to have some time to be able to get your questions answered in a comfortable form. Your receipt books. Troops, that's for you to be able to use anytime you're collecting money. Make sure you create a receipt. That way, as we mentioned earlier, it'll protect you from any issues related to payments that weren't made. Now, some of the girl materials, you have the family newsletters. Be on the lookout for those. The parent girl permission and internet responsibility forms. We want to make sure that all the girls have signed those. The informational flyer has online information on it, shows you how to earn the personalized patches, and incredible details on the back. The order card, we all know what that is. That's the place we take our online orders. On the back has our rewards that we can earn, and then those money envelopes, the money we collect from family members and friends. We might not use money envelopes this year as much as we have in the past, because I don't know about the rest of you, but when I'm giving money to my brother for things now, we are doing that using some of these online things. So money envelope might not be as necessary. We wanted you to have them in case you needed them. So all the items that you should have received at the troop level, the pink guide, receipt books, and then the girl materials are all highlighted in yellow. If there's any of those materials that you didn't get enough of, or you need more, you can send a note to one of the members of the team. They will get that out to you as quickly as they can. Just contact the product program team to ask for any of those materials. So as far as how to have a successful program, I'm going to go through that list of things again, because we believe, one, you want to make sure you host something for the parents, guardians, and girls to tell them a little bit about the why. That this is not just about earning money. This is not just about learning things. This is really about a program that has great learning experiences that lead to great experiences. Make sure that when you get logged in, you remind the girls to log in and participate online. We see that girls who participate online really do maximize the results. And online sales, we already have some councils that are live. We're seeing online sales really do even better than ever before, because I think we're all a little bit more comfortable during the last couple of months with anything online than ever before. I want to make sure that once you've done all of that, make sure that you have shared with the girls all their materials, how to participate online, and once you've logged in, make sure you click that parent and guardian email blast. That one, to me, will make it so much easier for your parents and guardians to be able to participate in this program. So all they have to do is click a link. They don't have to find any other details, and they know it's a great program because you shared the information with them. Once you get all of that done, make sure when you get your delivery set, come up with a good plan ahead of time. You might want to talk to some additional volunteers and make sure that the deliveries, that you are scheduling those deliveries with enough time in between, the ability to make sure that you're keeping socially distant and keeping everybody safe. Because as we know, we're all going and picking up things and having things delivered. We can do that safely, but a little extra preparation when it comes to delivery will help you keep all of the volunteers that are supporting your program even more safe. And then finally, remember that the best way to have a successful program is to also remember that this is something that without you, we couldn't do. And you should be very, very proud of that, because this program is something that if there weren't volunteers, there would be no Girl Scouts. And because there's Girl Scouts, the world is a better place. So volunteers, you are a critical component of a successful program. The girls look up to you, the parents support you, and all that we can do to make sure that we support you. Having a successful program is remembering that what you do here matters, and what you do matters to the girls in everything related to Girl Scouts. Now, you have a lot of resources because you have a giant product volunteer team. We don't necessarily see many councils having big regional volunteer teams. I'm so excited about that because I know regional volunteers, they know what it's like to be a volunteer. They're also a little bit in the know, a great resource in this program. So reach out to any of them. You also have an incredible product program team. You can see how dedicated they are. Many of them are here tonight. And I've come across a lot of Girl Scout Council product program teams. You have a really committed, dedicated team to all of you as volunteers. That's an email address and a phone number. They have your best interest and can support you, but our team is there to back them up. So we have customer care. If you use that phone number or that email address, you can reach us. We are available from Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Yes, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday. So for those of you that have kids in school or have to be at work and you don't have time to deal with this during the week, we're there for you on the weekend. We can answer your emails. We can take your call. We can support you throughout the program. On Sundays, if you have a question, send us an email. We'll answer emails all day on Sunday. We're not in to answer the phones. So if you call us on a Sunday, we'll call you back on a Monday. But all day on Sunday, we'll respond to emails, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be there for you to answer any questions. So if you didn't get your magazine, you didn't get your nut item, you need to make a change, you can't get logged in, you're using a version of Microsoft that Microsoft doesn't even recognize anymore, we will help. That is one of those, I make that joke, but last year we helped 400 of your customers and volunteers change their browser to make sure they had a better experience, and we're keeping their computers even safer, because upgrading your browsers are something that keeps your computer safe from being hacked. So one of those things, we help people do that to make sure they had the best possible experience. Call us for any reason. We're there for you. You have the best product program team in the world backing us up. So with all of us, we will make sure that you get everything you need as quickly as possible so you can have the best possible product program experience for this year's 2020 Fall Product Program. Before I say my final thank yous, this is where I'll double check to see if there are any questions. This is where I will also check if you all can enter into the chat any questions that you might have now. We'll try to answer a few of them, and then any that get entered in that don't get answered, we'll provide to you tomorrow via email with a FAQ. So, team, any questions?
Yeah, Mike, I just, there's a couple things I wanted to let you know. You have some fans over here. There's some people who actually think you're funny.
Well, tell them I appreciate that. And if I was being funny, it was I hope only paled in comparison to how much we appreciate at M2 volunteers and everything they do. Again, because I'm a product of a Girl Scout family. My mother, my wife, my sister, all my nieces, all Girl Scouts. I know that this matters because it mattered to all of them. So to be able to be fortunate enough to be in front of a group of volunteers to share this, I'm glad you found it funny. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you liked what you saw. We tried our best to make this program easy and fun that will generate income that you'll be proud to run this season. So I hope you get to see that too.
We've also been getting a lot of questions, Mike, about where to get extra materials. So we've written it in the chat, but just in case anyone didn't see it, please write to us, like Mike said in his presentation too, at Product Program. There you go. Thank you very much. Look at that. It's like magic. I just say it and it appears on the screen. So that's one place. There's a phone number there too. You can always call us. And we will definitely be there for you. If you know your service unit fall product manager or their next door neighbors of yours, they should have extra materials as well. You can reach out to them. Another question people are asking is about minimum participation. No one has to, there is no minimum unless you are asking to do another fundraiser outside of Girl Scouting, then there is a minimum. Or if you are asking for any kind of assistance, and then there is a minimum, and that's all in the Volunteer Essentials Guide. It's very minimum that we ask people to do, in my opinion, especially because when girls are trying to earn high awards, they're earning those from the Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana, so I know that they wouldn't mind supporting our organization as well while they're earning those very fantastic awards that hopefully will help them as they get in. And Mike, you know this firsthand. As they get into their livelihoods, their futures, they learn things in Girl Scouting, like you said your wife did. So, yep. And are there any more questions that you guys see that I missed? Val, CJ, Sherry?
Well, I know that there's one question that has come up, Susan, so just wanted to clarify. So people are asking that if parents enter the paper orders themselves online, then what happens with regards to the payment? Please correct me if I'm wrong, because of course this is a really great and new system. So you'll work with your parents to obtain the money for those paper orders that the girl, that their Girl Scout has received from, their customer.
That's correct.
You can deposit it into the bank and then we can do an ACH sweep. I think you're muted, Mike, maybe.
Nope, he's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. And that was where I shared the thought of maybe this year, if you needed to do that, working with your parents to be able to Venmo you that or to use PayPal Family so you can make sure you can get that. Those are non-fee ways to pass money.
And another thing they did ask, are we allowing girls to go door to door if their parents are saying yes? So what we want everyone to do is be safe. So we have a lot of options for you. You can definitely sell just online, or you can sell online and just to your people that you know in your family and your neighbors. Or if you want to be more ambitious and it's something that the parents are agreeing with, as long as you're following COVID rules, and those are written all over our website. So if you have any questions about that, that's where they are. We want to keep everybody safe. We don't want to, have anyone get COVID on something that we're doing or give it to somebody else. So just safety first, and have a good time with this. I was just chatting with somebody in the chat room, and everyone's looking for normalcy, and this is normal for us Girl Scouts. And we couldn't do this without you, so thank you. Any other chat things that I missed?
Yeah, so Mike, is there a specific browser, or would you suggest the best browser that folks should use as they navigate through the system?
There is not a browser that takes precedent. I think the majority of people are using either Safari or Chrome. That's just the two that most people use, but it does not matter which one. I use both on my computer, so works just as well with both of those. But Firefox and some of the others work just as well. So no worries with what browser you're using. And especially if you're using mobile, now that everything's mobile responsive, no issues with anything mobile.
Excellent. And one of the really cool things, Mike, and to everyone on the line, I just want to share with you is that even though this is a new system, it's super, not only super cool, but super easy to navigate. And I know like this is all new to everyone, but once you get your email tomorrow, you'll have an opportunity to see just how easy it is. As Mike mentioned, the first thing that you're going to see once you log on is a really, really quick video that comes up, and I've seen it, that walks you through how to navigate through the system. So really cool, very simple, and you can always go back to look at that video at any point in time, as well as some of the other really short videos, which are actually on our fall product resource page as well. At the bottom of the page, if you click through it, you will see links to some of the videos that'll help you throughout the program.
And I also see people are asking about Clover. The answer is yes. You get to use Clover, and council's paying for the fees again. So can I see some applause? Isn't that's wonderful news? So yes, let people know that they should use Clover again. And if you have any questions about Clover, where is that magical email address again, Angela or Mike? Whoever's doing that, there it is. Make sure that you give us a call or send us an email, and we can give you more information on Clover. Again, you can look at our website as well, as Angela mentioned.
And I think there was one other question that came up a lot is, how do family and friends select girl delivered? Is there a toggle that they have to turn on, or is it automatically on?
Family and friends will have the two options available to them when they receive their email. All right, well, you wait and see if there's any others. I'm going to say my final thank yous. So thank you, volunteers. I appreciate all that you do to support this program. I appreciate all that you've done over the last 100 years. I know you all haven't been here 100 years, but I know the volunteers that have been supporting this program for girls for the last 100 years, how much that has changed gender discussion during that period of time. I believe what you do matters, and I cannot tell you how much we appreciate your support in this program and everything that you do for the girls. And this year, they need us, I think now more than ever, although we probably need them more than they need us. But I think all of us doing this together will get us through these tougher times. And at some point, we're going to need the monies to be able to do those cool things again. And the minute we can, we're all going to want to do them. So this is a great way to get prepared for that. And thank you for everything that you do to support this program and supporting the girls, whether it be virtually or in person. Thank you so much for all that you do.
And last but not least, we will, don't panic if we didn't get to your question, we will put a Q&A together, and we will get it to all the participants on this wonderful presentation. Mike, thank you so much. We could not do this without you. So I love our relationship, and you guys will get to meet Mike at some point. He'll be around. So yeah, maybe sooner than later. Wouldn't that be nice?
I would like that.
So good luck to everybody. Angela, any parting words?
No. As you guys said and echoed, definitely thank you to each and every one of you. We couldn't do this without you. Be on the lookout for more information. Any question that we didn't answer, be on the lookout for that FAQ, and we will respond. But of course, you can reach out to us at productprogram@girlscoutsgcnwi.org, and we're happy to assist you. So thanks again, everybody, and have a good night.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night. I see Micah and Chris and Amy, Angelica and Allison and Angela get to play Romper Room again.
I see Murtis.
And Murtis is here, and
Murtis is here. Yes.
And Stephanie. And
Ooh, and there are
Stephanie,
lots of
Stephanie.
Angelas on here too, or Angelicas, and there's Michelle too.
Michelle and Andrea.
Hi, Val.
Oh, you know, it's a picture of you, Murtis. I thought it was actually you. I'm going, you're standing pretty still. And Michelle, I already picked on Michelle and Amy. Lots of Stephanie. Bethany. We have a couple Scots on here tonight. Huh. Cindy Reynolds. Shelley, thanks for helping us answer some questions. And you too, Ellen. We have a couple Rebeccas. Dana. Jennifer's. Rhonda's on here with us. Emma. Thank you, everybody.